Good morning. So, this is a message for Divine Feminine on a twin flame journey about polarizing your own energy, right? Because we are two beings in the same energetic field with the Divine Masculine. And as long as we are chasing, then their gravitational pull within the shared energetic field, we're not holding up our end of the deal, right? As long as we're chasing, then we are allowing their energy to be like the magnetic pull of their energy is stronger than the magnetic pull of our energy, right? So you can imagine as if there are two poles within two energetic poles or two magnetic uh, poles, right? Polar, right? So we have two um, entities with gravitational pulls within the same energetic field. And as long as we are chasing, we are being pulled into their magnetic field. And as long as we are being pulled, we are pushing them, right? And not only are we pushing them, but we're also being needy and desperate, and we are trying to like catch a ride on their energy, which in actuality, because we are of the same essence, we are equal. We have uh, exact equal um, um, power, I want to say, but it's not power. It's more like strength. It's more like we have the capability of being, um, having the same force energy as they do, potentially, right? And as long as we are chasing, we're not standing up in our strength because we are saying we are in that lack. We need to chase to catch. We're not worthy. If we do, we are not whole within ourselves. So we are actually chasing our own tail around and giving away our power to divine masculine. Divine masculine doesn't want that power because divine masculine sees that we are even in this playing game, if they know it rationally or don't know it rationally. Consciously. If they know it consciously or don't know it consciously, in their being, something makes them feel uncomfortable. They take off running. So as long as you are chasing, they are going to be running. It's like two ends of a pencil. If one end pushes, the other one's going, right? And what you have to do is be able to stand up in your own strength. I'm cutting thank you notes. Um, you have to be able to stand up in your own strength and hold your own part of the deal up. So, and only then can you really come into your own strength and your own power. And then you become, it's like having two black holes in the same, it's like two sides of the black hole, where you have two magnetic poles in the same energetic field, which creates this magnificent whirlwind of even energy, where the energy is evenly dispersed and each one is holding up their own power. So once you are able to become that magnet, right, you want to even out that energy. You want to find a way that instead of you being drawn into their magnetic pull, you create in your side a magnetic pull that is even to that. And then all of the energetic field around evens out. And then you have that space where each of you, right? We're not only balancing, we're balancing this out for ourselves as well, also for them. Union is regardless. Union is, you already have the union. The whole chasing mechanism is the illusion that you don't have that union, right? Because we are living on many, many different dimensions and many different planes at the same time. The physical plane is like the butt end of, it's like the dog's tail that it's wagging. All of creation comes from the ethers, and then whatever comes into creation is in this physical plane. So regardless of the body, right? Because we're chasing them around in the matter, in the end product, rather than evening out the energy on this higher plane, which everything under it comes into creation, right? So you create from these higher energetic planes. So when you are able to take your energy and create movement within your own life and create your own strength, right? Because the chasing the divine masculine is the lopsidedness of the energy, right? It is me not standing up in my full power and full strength and holding up my end of the deal, right? Holding up my energetic field so that I can balance this side out so that they can become balanced in themselves, right? Because divine masculine um, naturally has this pull. That's why we're being pulled towards. We are perceiving ourselves as the victims of the situation, which is low vibration, which is weak vibration, right? There is no place for weakness within the universe. So the weakness is energy that is not productive energy, right? It's not life force energy. Weakness is not knowing my strength and holding myself back and reducing myself, right? So then when I am in this reduced state and I'm chasing divine masculine, what it actually means is that I need you to complete me. I need you to make my life worth something. So it's putting all of my life force energy on in dependency of him. It's telling him I'm dependent on you. It is like leechy energy, right? It is we are both even, yet I want you to hold up my end of the deal as well. Instead of we become even and I hold up my feminine energy divinely and I bring it's me expecting him to hold up the masculine and the feminine energy both. So it's like me taking my own self and trying to put myself on his shoulders. Yeah, you go ahead and pull your own self through this life, but also drag me along behind you and make my life. Yeah, that's a lot to put on somebody, especially when energetically we are even. So it is our job to bring ourselves into our state of worthiness. In 3D words, it's finding our own security within ourselves, finding meaning within ourselves, finding our life purpose, becoming strong within ourselves, and knowing that we are divine and what we are made of, and knowing that we are worthy. And once we do that, then we create our pole, right? Because we're polar opposites. Each of us have a pole, right? He has the divine masculine pole, and I have the divine feminine pole. And divine feminine is magnetic. So when we come into our full power, full strength, full knowing of what we are worth and our worthiness, and we bring it into the 3D mode as well, and we're able to ground that, and we become bridges between we become bridges in ourselves between our own divine masculine and feminine, right? We're able to stand up in our full power. Then not only do we complement them perfectly, that means that we complete in the areas that they need nourishing. So we can nourish them instead of being needy and try to take from them. Instead, we become nourishers, and they are magnetically drawn to that pole, right? We're creating a magnetic pole of divine feminine. And then when we are standing in our full power, they are able to stand in their power and complete us without them feeling like we are taking from them, without feeling like they can't contain the energy because we are in this wanty, graspy, desperate, complete me, weak energy, right? We create within ourselves, right? Because we're chasing after their pole, right? Their magnetic pole is that divine masculine that we feel that we need or want to complete us. And when we create that divine pole of femininity, then we also become an even magnet, right? We even out the playing field. And it is in our hands to do so because, first of all, we are aware, and because of the pain that is caused to us, right? We're chasing, they're running away. For them, it's turning their back on something. We are face forward in it, in this journey. So because we are face forward, the journey is apparent to us, and we have the pain of the never ending trying to get something that will never get fulfilled. And that is what is forcing us. This pain is forcing us into these higher levels of understanding, because we can't hold that pain any longer. It's so intense. That pain is the most intense pain that you can feel. It's a pain of complete loss, and it is igniting all of our core wounds of abandonment and depletion of energy, and our whole lives are falling apart, and this obsessive behavior, and the feeling of unworthiness, and the feeling of what is the feeling when somebody is pushing you away? um, Not only denial but rejection. The feeling of unworthiness and rejection, the unworthiness, that's a core wound. The abandonment, that's a core wound. All of those things we have to dive deep into, because the emotion of them is coming up. And not only is the emotion of that's coming up, because those emotions are so intense and the pain is so intense, it's bringing up all of our wounds that are on top of that. All of the wounds that we have ever perceived, conceived, that are lesser wounds than that, we go through. It's like you have a level of pain, and you start going through the depths, the depths, the depths. Whatever traumas are at this depth of pain, we're bringing to the surface. We're solving any pain that is on top of the core wounds. We are healing within ourselves, and not only healing within ourselves, we're healing that energy for humanity. And so, as divine feminine, we always say divine feminine leads, divine feminine leads. Why does divine feminine lead? Because we have to. We're face forward in this. We are the ones that are conceiving the pain. We are the ones that are going through the loss. We are the ones that are going to those deep core wounds of abandonment and worthlessness, and everything else falls off the plate. And we have to rise into our divine masculine, because our own internal masculine, right? And heal our own internal masculine, because on this journey, we also have to hold up our lives. What choice do we have, right? So through all the pain, we are also having to hold up everything else that is in our lives. So all of the thought processes, and we're going through the pain, we're healing the pain, and we are and we are the leaders because of this. Because we are the chasers, we are the ones that are running around in circles and creating that circle running, right? Creating the imbalance in all of the energetic field, because we're not solid in our holding up our strength. So we are not only not holding up our pole, our magnetic pole, we are pushing divine masculine also out of his pole, right? So we are the ones creating all of the chaos within the energetic field, and we are the ones that have the power to bring the power back to ourselves by balancing ourselves. We're balancing our pole. We're rising into our greatness. We're rising into that strength, that divine feminine strength that can hold up that pole, which is the spiritual side, because we're forced through this spiritual awakening, through our pain, forced into those core wounds and forced to heal them, because you can't sit in the pain. The pain is bringing all that up, bringing up all the traumas that you've ever had. So that's how this twin flame journey works. This is how and twin flame journey, spiritual awakening, that is how it works. Actually, my divine counterpart, I am actually starting to believe that he's not only is he my counterpart, but he's like a universal counterpart, because I see other women and in meeting with him that are also have begun going through a divine awakening. And so it's the same dynamics. It's the exact same dynamics. So I feel completely comfortable talking about the twin flame journey because as I see it, I am in this same dynamic of journey with a divine counterpart that is guiding me, not only guiding me through this spiritual awakening, through this journey by initiating all of my core wounds again and again and again and again, to where all of these realizations that I'm having, I am pretty much forced into them. And I feel like part of what my mission is, or our combined mission is, if I'm being pushed through this spiritual awakening by my counterpart who is reflecting me back to myself in so many different ways, proper reflection like mirror reflection, but also like cause and effect. So if I make a move, I get the reflection, the reaction of the universe back from him of what that kind of stimulation does in the energy. So I don't even want to try to go in and say, oh, I'm on a twin flame journey. I'm not on a twin flame journey. The realizations that I'm going through are so profound for the twin flame journey and for the spiritual awakening that I feel that it is, and it's something that is in my capability and ability to put into words, because I'm able to see it as archetypical patterns. I'm able to see the patterns and the dynamics of the energy and what is happening as it is happening to me, right? I go through it and then I'm able to see what it is that I went through. And I almost feel like it's my responsibility or our joint mission that as I go through this spiritual awakening, I also guide I put whatever I am going through personally into words to help guide others through the same, understand what's going on with their own journey, or at least feel like they have somebody that can understand and knows what they're going through, and being able to put it into words so that we can consciously and with awareness understand the dynamics of what we're going through, because understanding it allows us to process it better. Because as we go through it, we're like, okay, this is what I'm going through. It gives us some kind of anchor and some kind of understanding. And we can also see the energetic patterns of it and see what we're aiming for and where we're headed, instead of going through it blindly without understanding, and all of those deep emotions that are coming up and the dark night of the soul that comes up. It's just, it's a lot to be on this journey by yourself without any kind of support system or understanding. Because sometimes, I remember when I first got on this journey, it was just so overwhelming, and I was, you're grasping even when you understand what you're going through, and all of a sudden you find, okay, this is you start searching in the internet and you find twin flame journey, and you start saying, oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. It gives you some kind of condolence. So our job as divine feminine is to rise into our power, our full feminine power, which is beautiful. When a divine feminine rises into her divine power and is able to hold up her pole, her side of the deal, her feminine power and strength, power, strength, right? This isn't offensive or defensive. It is divine. It is held. It is completely still, and knowing and grand and all of that together. So we are the ones, we hold the keys for this journey. We hold the keys. We are the ones that are able to make the change. If we are able to hold ourselves in place, and it's just like coming off of any kind of addiction. You just have to, when you're going through that chasing energy and the feeling that you need to run and chase energetically, physically, it doesn't matter. When you are in that place that you need to chase, you need to sit and just swallow and hold it. Hold, and understand that it will pass. Listen to this video again and again and again, because what we are doing is we are rising We are holding our own divine power. We are becoming a match for divine masculine. We are not only coming into our own strength and our own power and becoming a magnet, a polar magnet in ourselves, which will magnetize, right? So when it starts magnetizing, then our energy will be, and that we have to really watch that we hold that energy. And this is, this is a process. So we hold the energy, they come in, we start getting out, we start chasing again, or becoming too clingy, they start running again. We need to come back in, hold our strength, hold our magnetic pull, know that we're divine, calm ourselves down, right? We hold the keys, and it can happen just like that. It can happen just like that. Once you realize, and once you become determined to calm your energy and come into your life light, that means no matter what the pull is, you sit in it. You sit in it. I know we always, it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde comes out and starts nagging at you and telling you, no, but you can contact, you can do this. No, you want to become elegant. You want, the male of the species, of all the species, of most of the species, the male are hunters, and they like to, hunt. And hunt, I don't mean in a way of, oh, let's go in and conquer, but they do have that in their instinctiveness, that they want to court. They want to be the flirt part. They want to hunt their mate. They want to feel that, neediness is not attractive, right? You become an attractive pole. You become your energetic pull. You become attractive. I mean, think about it in yourself. Something that comes and throws itself at you you're not attracted to it. It is thrown at you. It feels like it's a given. It doesn't feel like something that you have to obtain or even want to obtain. It's given. There is no effort in it. What is the attraction in that, right? So when you are able to hold your pole and you become attractive, because you're always connected, right? It's a given. That is the illusion in this twin flame journey. You are always connected. So when you understand that they need you just as much as you need them, right? They need you, even if they just need you to be calm within the energetic field, and they will be attracted to you. And then you can create those two polars that create this beautiful dance, this beautiful held in between heaven and earth dance. So sending you guys so much love. I hope that this was helpful. For me, it's very helpful to put this into words. I will probably go in and listen to it again and again. So sending you guys so much love. Thank you.